Good evening, everyone. My name's Mark Allen Lovewell, I'm a folk singer from Martha's Vineyard, and here are the star of the show.
Here's the star of the show.
Here's the star of the show.
Here's the star of the show.
Conole. We're back. We're back from our amazing journey last weekend. If some of you were following us, know that we left Martha's Vineyard. We sailed all the way over to Cape Cod. We went to a reserve, a conservation reserve area in Waquoit Bay.
Yep.
And we anchored. We went in my cat boat, my 22-foot cat boat called Sea Shanty.
Isn't that appropriate?
And we had such a great time.
And we did the show from there last week. That was so fun.
Oh, yes, indeed. We did a show. We did two. We did a Sunday morning, right? We did a Sunday morning.
We did.
And we did a Sunday night show. That was the Columbus Day weekend. You'll remember that. And we just had a great time.
It was
just
so
the two
fun.
of us. Just the two of us.
The harbor was like empty.
And a boat. We brought our musical instruments with us. It was just terrific. And
then we had a fun sail back.
I know we had an amazing sail back. And just the point I want to share with you is that most important to us is that, you know, we put all our affairs together so that we could go away for a weekend.
That's right.
We didn't go that far. We went only 9 miles away from where I keep the boat in Edgartown. Just 9 miles away.
It was 4 hours to get there and 3.5 coming back.
And that's
There's a
part
story
of
for that.
the greater journey was the amazing journey coming back.
That's right.
Because
remember the weather report. The weather report said winds 5 to 10 miles an hour with gusts up to 20. But what did we find it out to be?
What we ended up getting was 20-mile-an-hour winds with gusts of 5.
It's true. We'd be going at a clip of 5 knots. We got up to 5 knots.
I mean, some of you powerboat people say 5 knots. What's a 5 knots? 5 knots on a catboat is...
It's smoking fast.
And we were reefed. We actually reefed. Well, anyway, if you know what reefing means, we actually reduced the size of the sail so that it wouldn't be overpowered by the wind. You know, the wind is so powerful on a large sail. So we reefed, and still, with Molly at the wheel.
Boy, did I get some upper shoulder
We
exercise.
posted some stuff on Instagram. Anyhow, she was awesome. She was terrific.
It was so fun.
One of the key places that we passed over twice, we went over it twice, was at the entrance to, not far from the entrance to Waquoit Bay, is a shoal.
Yeah.
It's called Succonesset. Succonesset Shoal. And,
It's impressive. I mean, you can't see it because it's under the water.
So imagine you're going along on the water, and then what happens?
Well, when we were going in there, there's this flowing like this kind of waves, and all of a sudden you see ahead of you like this little choppy, chop, 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 little teeny tiny waves. You're like, what the heck is that? That was the shoal underneath was suddenly shallower than everything else.
This is the magic of Nantucket Sound. When we go look at a map of Nantucket Sound, go look at it sometime. Google it.
There's a lot of stuff.
And it looks
going
like,
on under there.
anybody who's ever crossed it on a ferry boat or whatever, it has this benign look of being just a body of water between Martha's Vineyard and Cape Cod. If you're on a sailboat or on a small boat, it's not that at all. It's a sound with more character, lots of character.
Well, and there was a lot of character when we came out of Waquoit Bay. You remember?
Oh my gosh!
Well, we came out of the bay, and this was with those steady winds of 20 with gusts of 5 miles an hour. I was probably going 25 when we came out of there. Boy, were we going like that over that part of the water.
It's just the thing is about Nantucket Sound is that the bottom has personality, and so when the waters of the currents and the tides are doing their business, the water behaves around those ridges and valleys and hills, and the shoal is really sort of like a large hill underwater, and as a hill, all that water that's moving along can't make it.
Right,
so it
it
has to
suddenly
go
gets
up
stuck.
over it.
Yeah.
And that drama is terrific if you're a fisherman, because it's where the fish hang, where many of the prize fish that you like to catch hang out to catch bait. And so many fishing boats will hang out there with their rods and reels and catch fish. But it's also it's a very productive place. The waters are incredibly productive. Squid, you've got bluefish, you've got all these different sports fish, striped bass, swimming in these waters. It's also in the wintertime. It's where the flounders hang out. It's just in the summer flounder hangout. It is a dynamic, wonderful place, and there are many friends of mine who love Nantucket Sound and cherish it, and sailing across it with Molly was really just quite a treat. Fun. I mean, there was no moment of danger, no moment of trouble. We knew what we were going through, but it was just full.
It was full, and I described it this way to my horseback riding friends and family, which is this boat that has this really wide, what do you call that part of the
beam.
boat? A beam. Okay.
Well,
the width of the boat is so wide that it feels very stable, and the way it rides the waves is that as it's coming down into a wave, it's kind of like you're sitting into the saddle, or what you're supposed to do if you're a better rider than I am. When you're riding a horse, you're supposed to just kind of go with the flow of it and sit into the saddle. That's what it felt like the boat was doing. It was really cool.
Sure, what you described as a catboat is really one of the great attributes of sailing on it. She's a very seaworthy vessel. She's not an ocean-going vessel. It's not a vessel you want to take out into the open ocean, though she could do it. But she's beamy, which means that it's a very stable ride. You don't rock back and forth like you do in many boats, because they're designed for high speed, and high speed means cutting through the waves and going at a certain rate. With a catboat, it's a lot more leisurely. You're not trying to go fast,
Which reminds me of the ride we took yesterday with family.
We
Talk
took a
about
sail
leisurely.
yesterday.
There was no wind.
That's right.
We were going backwards. But it was awesome fun. It was great. We were floating.
And my favorite line is that the wind was so light it was going reverse.
It was.
Anyway, so we had a wonderful time, and we did some singing, obviously, even when we were sailing. The thing
right.
that's good is that as many of you love the waterfront. It's a treasure to get out there. Get out there and watch the water, watch the sky, read the sky as we're sailing, and so we had a good time. We wanted to share that with you, and I'm seeing there's a whole line of comments coming in. Thank you everybody for checking in. Say hello to each other.
There, Carol's there. There might be others. I think I saw Connie weigh in early. Hi guys, it's great to see you all here. Thanks for being here.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good to get out. And not even. And the thing is, I mean, I'm not going to be critical of those who love to go far away. They can do that. They can go. We didn't go very far. We're 9 miles away. It's just terrific. But it was just terrific.
It was like a world away.
It was a world away. But it's amazing. We love our coastal communities. Anyhow, we're gonna try and do something right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna move that so I don't bonk it. Oh, we love this one. All right, this one's called Scully's.
1,
That's fun.
We didn't mess up anywhere. You almost thought that was off of a recording. I feel like I should have made a mess. I should have thrown a note left in there. Many of you went to the show this morning. I did a show this morning at South Beach. Boy, my fingers were errant.
They were probably like,
well, they did what they were supposed to
chilly
do.
or whatever, you know.
If any of you watch that show, please comment. We get a lot of feedback about people who like concertina sounding off on the beach. When I play this thing on the beach, oh my God.
Yeah, but you have to choose which days you do that. You can't be having all salty air blow all over it, right?
That's for sure. That's for sure.
A delicate thing.
And I'm very,
It was a perfect day for it.
And that was part of the magic of our trip, was that I had the concertina with us. We did it, as many of you saw. Last Sunday night show was on the boat, and had a guitar.
Yep.
You had your instruments.
Yep.
We did all right.
That was fun.
We did okay.
We
did okay
fun.
in the boat.
In the boat.
Right there in the boat. And the sound system seemed all right. You all pretty much were pretty good with the comment, right?
We heard some good feedback from you all, so thank you. That's really helpful. song is a request. This was a request last week. Now this is a song, actually, if you have your ginger beers ready, now's the time to bring them out, because we're getting this song has a toast in it.
We haven't talked about the other things we were going to talk about.
We're jumping
crop walk.
ahead.
We did the crop walk earlier today.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we had a live gig today. We saw Carol there. That was so fun. And a bunch of other people we knew. It was really fun. Came out and
But people
for a good cause.
People show up and watch our show.
They
live.
Came. They sat. They listened. It was really fun. We had a good time. Yeah. We didn't sing this song, but we did sing a bunch of other songs. Actually, we sang some songs that we won't be able to perform on this show. And there's a good reason for it. There's a couple of good reasons of that. One of them is that, you know, somebody else wrote the song. It's a copywritten song, and there's all kinds of, you know, little bots out there looking for little snippets of things to protect songwriters like us too.
This is a big deal, what Molly is talking about, because we've had several conversations about it. The show we are giving you right now is not the peak of what we do. What we're giving you
it's a peak, but it's
a peak of what we do every Sunday. It's
It's
what we do. But the idea is that we are aspiring musicians, and we have recordings, and we have these wonderful recordings where we go into the recording studio and do all kinds of stuff, and we do it all prim and proper. We get permissions from songwriters and whatever, and we do a whole licensing this and that.
And there's a whole other set of that's really unwieldy for
If any of you have ever listened to any of our CDs,
yeah,
you know, I have 4 of my own.
That's right.
And then Molly and I did together, and Molly has some.
I have 3 other ones. Yeah.
So the idea is that the reason why we bring this up is we just want you to know we're only giving you a piece of what we're doing. And
like some of them we can't do live. Like, for instance, in the last album, there was a round that I was singing with myself. Now, I don't know how to do 3 of me in a live show. But there was
cool.
other layers, like
she
in
did
2
a round,
of the songs.
and she did different parts, but because of the magic of modern technology, combine them all together so she becomes 3 people in the song.
Which is fun.
And it's in a CD, right?
It's in the
right?
CD, yep. Down Herring Creek, and then there was another one, IMC Glass, that has a lot of.
So if you have an
waves.
opportunity to listen to any of the songs on the CD, please do, because this what we're doing for you live. You know, someone would make the live is better than but anyhow, the good news is this: we do it all.
Yeah. And it's out there.
And we're planning, at least in the moment right now, we're planning on going in the recording studio next
Yeah, we got more original stuff, which of course we can always do here. We love it that we get to share those.
Yeah, we're a moving target, folks, and you're with us.
That's right, and we're glad you are. And this is one of your originals.
Okay, so this song is called Captain Maggie, and I know I get a lot of flack from people because they don't sing it enough. It's in the CD. It's in the CD, and it's in the CD. Sounded really good. It's really well done.
I got to tell you a story about that. That was so fun. So we're working out how to do things in the recording studio. It's different than live. You know, you got to capture things on your own mic and all this kind of complicated stuff.
In the recording of the song that we have on the CD, she's talking about that right now.
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, I've been practicing it. I'm not really sure if I'm ready." He does it in 1 take. Perfect. You know how hard that is to do? It was awesome. It was so fun to be there and see that.
So if you listen to the CD, if you listen to it, it's on YouTube, Captain Maggie, CAP''N, Maggie. It was recorded in 1 take.
That's really impressive.
And it was recorded also.
Thanks, Jimmy Parr.
Yeah, Jim Parr's a wonderful man, but it was recorded without the intention of it being. I was just singing it for them. I think the idea, and they said, yeah, she's absolutely right.
And I was like, yeah, that's the one. It was so good.
And there are a number of friends out there who really love this song. So even though I haven't really quite figured out how to do it the way I really want to do it.
Well, it's a tribute, though. It's a tribute to all those Hard-working people, right?
It's a song that's a tribute to a woman fisherman.
We love her. Captain Maggie.
Captain Maggie.
I'm getting ready to
The
toast
lobsterman. Lobster woman. And it's a song that draws attention to the importance of our fishermen. We love our fishermen. They're hard-working people and put themselves at risk. And when I finish the song, we'll talk a little more about it. But I just... There's a toast. The chorus requires a toast.
That's right. So y'all ready? Here we go.
I think the recording is better than what I do here tonight. Stern of water is churning. Lobster pots are dropped into the brine. At the wheel there stands a fine lady. She's the best of the fishing kind. Among us pot haulers south of no man's, there's a wicked hard wind, so beware. We leave the dock early in the morning to get the best of the day's fishing out there. And we'll toast to Captain Maggie. Don't cut her off when tending your gear. She's fished with the best, only a few better. She's tough when they're going rough around here. Maggie sets her trawls along the bottom. Her vision is of a world she can't see. She makes the best of a 6-fathom edge. Her day's haul is better than me. Off no man's shoreline, builders don't care. They'll sink any boat that comes near. Waves, the winds, and the rocks can send a boat down, so stay clear. And we'll toast to Captain Maggie. Don't cut her off when tending your gear. She's fished with the best. There are only a few better. She's tough when the going's rough around here. Each morning she's dressed for work like all of us. No colorful dress or blouse around here. We know her by her round orange grundens, tall black rubber boots, all men's fishing gear. At night, when her boat is docked in the harbor, she's all lady at the pub, among the finest and fair. She can twist and turn with any tune. On the dance floor, she's free without a care. So we'll toast to Captain Maggie. Don't cut her off when tending your gear. She's fished with the best. There are only a few better. She's tough when they're going rough around here. One stormy night, she was out fishing late. Fog slipped in, the waves, they chased her astern. When her boat finally landed, a man was awaiting. He stepped out of the shadow, out under the glow of a lantern. We watched as he pulled out a wet paper bag. He handed her in that foggy night. She opened it, a bouquet of flowers. We all thought we saw her tears. So we'll toast to Captain Maggie. Don't cut her off when you're tending your gear. She's
Fish for the best. Only if you're better.
She's tough when they're going rough around here. She's tough when they're going rough around here. She's tough when they're going rough around here.
A toast. Captain Maggie. Cheers. You're thirsty.
I know I am. So I I've lived it to after I sung the song. I want to pay special tribute to the commercial fishermen. They're having a really tough time. And, I'm not going to say that they're bad guys. I'm not going to say that they're the good guys. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying that if you're a commercial fisherman, you're having a tough time.
Yeah.
Lobster fishermen are having a tough time in the New England area. There's all kinds of concerns about the gear that they're using. There's legal suits. There's struggles to try and protect whales. And the lobstermen are in conflict with environmentalists over the equipment that they're using and over their point of view about the equipment they're using.
Yeah.
And we all love whales, so we're all
And there's
caught
only
in this.
about 400 and something of the right whales left.
And they're actually, conservation groups are urging people not to buy lobsters because of that concern for protecting whales. And whether you're, I'm not going to go down that road tonight, but I'm simply going to say, if you're a lobsterman, you're having a tough time.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying, that you're more important than whales or whales are more important to you. That's another subject. But the idea is you're having a hard time. And then, to add to that, in the last week, a big story came out of Alaska. Big story came out of Alaska. The Bering Sea. We all know about The Deadliest Catch, that whole television series about guys going out and catching snow crabs.
Those crabs, those giant ones,
Those
right?
giant snow crabs. Well, there's been an assessment over how well they're not doing very well. Those crabs are in such severe trouble.
They've billions of them have disappeared overnight, right?
Overnight. They've shut down the whole fishery.
Yeah.
I mean, you can Google this and do your own research. But here is a huge story coming out of the West Coast from our friends in Alaska and whatever. And our hearts go out to them as well. And the part of it that's the most remarkable part, which I think is relevant, and it's similar to the lobsterman story, is that it's not the fisherman's fault.
Yeah, you would think that story, they fished too many of them, too many TV
Or
episodes,
overfishing.
whatever.
Easy complaint is saying that they're overfished. Well, that may not be part of the equation, but the scientists are alerting us all to knowing that there's global warming, changes in the environment.
Yeah, that water is
a
warmer
bigger
for them.
role
Mm-hmm.
than overfishing.
They can't live
So
in
it's
that.
literally shut down the fishery. Now, I don't know what your community is like in your hometown or whatever, but how many businesses that you have. But you always hear about those one factory businesses in a town. That factory closes down. The whole town is like helpless. Well, when you go out to places in Maine where the lobster fishermen go, lobstering is the only industry that they have in that community. And you go out in Alaska around the Bering Sea, the shores of the Bering Sea, and it's the same thing. There's one source of income for the whole community is based on it. So tonight, with the singing of this, I sort of want everyone to know we care. We care. I mean, we don't know the answer. We're not going to point fingers, and we care. We just care about our lobstermen. We care about our crab fishermen.
And those people in Ukraine, as we sang the
people
opening
in
song.
Ukraine, these are hard
There's
times.
a lot of hard times.
And so singing songs is our way to deal with it.
That's right.
But we're not putting our heads in the sand. We care, and we hope you care with us. And we care together.
And this next song is a song about paying attention and caring too, about Mother Earth.
So it's a good way to pay a little attention to Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Mother Nature.
That's right. And you're playing the part of not just
Here's
the guitar,
the scoop.
but-
The next song we're gonna do is called Mother Earth, which Molly wrote
Mm-hmm. And it's
less
like
than a year ago.
dialogue.
She wrote the song less than a year ago.
Yeah, and it's a dialogue. It's a dialogue of a song.
It's a conversation.
Yeah.
It's a conversation between a man and Mother Earth.
Somebody who's
And
asking the
she's
questions and
she's-
wants to listen.
And she's the voice of Mother Earth, and I'm the voice of the guy.
Yeah, any of us.
Man.
Yep.
Anyway.
That's right.
And you've heard us sing this before. It's on the CD, and this is a great song. This song and the CD, and we've got a lot of wonderful people. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you're hearing it for the first time, I hope you like it. She wrote it, the whole thing.
He wrote the last song.
Mother,
for your life and all alone.
I cried for all the creatures, all the forests that I've known. I ask, what can you give instead of take away from me? Please care for what you give to me will read more than a song.
Father, we hear your cry. We hear your call. We will try.
Save a song, save a song.
To help you save our
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's tough. The world situation is, challenging for everyone. Everyone,
Yeah. And so
A lot
sometimes
of
you
people's
just gotta,
lives, the thing is that my biggest message of all when I think of these things is that if you're in a small coastal community, these things that are happening to your community are huge, big scale stuff that you can't even do anything about it. There's nothing you can do if you're in a little community and you're dependent on fishing. There's absolutely nothing you can do to rectify the issues.
but there's
and
one thing you can do to cope. And they did it on the whaling ships, and they did it in the slave communities. They sang to get through it. And that's what we're going to do.
That's what.
We're going to play some pretty music for
We'll
you.
make some music.
We're gonna
That's
make
what
some
we're
music.
gonna do.
Because there's still beauty. There's still things that are beautiful
Well, the
in
other-
this world, and loving and kind,
There's a
and
lot of-
we're going to celebrate those.
Yay, Molly, you're on it. You're so good. Thank you for throwing that in there. There is resolution in that. I mean,
And there's
it's-
community.
No, you can't eat a
They're
song.
here. They're right there
You can't
with
eat a
us.
song. You can't put your kids through college with a song. But I'll tell you, the kids will grow up knowing that you have it. You have
That's
magic
right.
in your heart.
That's right.
It puts magic in your heart.
So we're glad you're here for the magic, for the tough songs and the beautiful songs. It's
And
it's
in
like
fact,
a
many
gamut.
of the songwriters who put these songs together were having a tough time. So
Yeah.
music was part of their survival, part of their struggle
That's
to
right.
be creative and be human.
That's right. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a real pretty tune right now. All right. 1, 2.
Irish tune. Planxty Irwin, am I pronouncing it correctly? Planxty Irwin. It's an old Carolyn song. And the first time I heard it was a fiddle player playing it in Kingston, Massachusetts. I was performing at a coffee shop. They have a wonderful folk music organization over there. I don't know if they're still around doing it, whatever. I've lost track of them. But they had me come over for a weekend. I came over overnight to perform. And this wonderful, I can't remember his name, young fellow, is a kid playing the fiddle.
It's a sweet song.
He opened with that tune, and I was like, I loved it. It's such. Anyway.
Speaking of sweet
I hear
tunes.
Molly do that on the fiddle. You remind me of it.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
All right, so let's see. What are we doing? Oh my God, what are we doing now?
This is another sweet song. It's so sweet.
This is a sweet song.
Now there's a
fisherman song.
Yes, fisherman. Time to go fishing, and this song, gotta say bye, goodbye. This has the sweetest recording on one of his albums with daughter Emma singing along. Oh, it's just so sweet. If you don't have that album, you need to get that album that has this song, Rosianna, on it. It's just a treasure.
This one.
That one. Sea Songs. Okay.
Sea Song is a...
Sea Songs has Rosianna. Oh, it's just precious. A dad singing with his daughter.
Sweet Rosianna.
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yep. My daughter Emma Lovewell, she was in high school at the time when we did it. And I will always dedicate or think of her when we do this tune.
Absolutely.
She's a cute kid. So I'm doing this in G, right? Yeah.
In G.
And this is a song from the Chesapeake. The song was collected by Alan Lomax. We're bound away at the break of day. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. For the fishing banks we'll make our way, and I won't be home tomorrow. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. Bye-bye. Sailing around the bend. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. All loaded down with fishermen, and I won't be home tomorrow. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, and I won't be home tomorrow. Well, the stars are rocking up above. Bye bye, sweet Rosianna. Oh, the ocean is the fisherman's love, and I won't be home tomorrow. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye sweet Rosianna. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, and I won't be home tomorrow. Well, the green seas are rolling right by by my side. Bye bye, sweet Rosanna, for the ocean is the fisherman's life, and it won't be home tomorrow. Try singing with us. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, sweet Rosanna. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, and I won't be home tomorrow. Well, the stormy sea is in it, stormy churn. Bye bye, sweet Rosanna. So pray for me when I return, and I won't be home tomorrow. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, sweet Rosanna. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, and I won't be home tomorrow.
Well, we thought we could say goodbye at that point because it's all about bye-bye, but then again we thought there might be an online revolt if we didn't have this next song. You know the one I mean. Oh yeah, we gotta sing along to this one. It's our favorite, right? Can't end without.
Yeah, we had that conversation. There's actually, I mean, there really is a lot of thought that goes in this program when we put this together. It's not random. It's not like dice. Throw out the numbers. That would make it easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
You just
maybe
do
it would.
numbers.
That's right.
Just roll of the dice with songs we do. We thought, oh, let's just finish with
Yeah, we try to make it
Rosanna,
relevant.
and then
you know?
and then Molly and I
Mm,
were just,
something.
oh, I don't think there's some people out there in the audience.
Are
There'd
you
be a
revolting out
revolt.
there?
We'd have a trouble.
I know if I was sitting out there, I'd be revolting. Where's rolling home? It's so good. It's so good. We love it. We love it.
I always sing this song as a finish. There's actually history to this. This goes back all of my earliest years. I learned this song from Gail Huntington, and and I've performed for many years all around. I played a lot, and I'd always have to pay tribute to him, Gail Huntington, who collected many of the songs that I sang, who encouraged me to sing sea shanties. I was singing sea shanties before, but he wanted to, no, he said you do it because nobody else is doing it. So I have to pay tribute to him, and I learned the song from him and his lovely wife Mildred.
That was good advice.
I mean, he didn't write it. This song goes back to the Civil War, when
he
whaling was
collected
really
it. We're glad he saved it from
Okay.
obscurity.
right.
It's a good thing. Oh, here we go. You know it. We can toast to it. We can sing along.
Call all hands, man the capstan, see the cave all running clear. Heave away with the real boys, for New England we do steer, rolling home. Rolling home across the sea. Cape Horn one frosty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Tighten those sheets and pull in those halyards. Let her off and let her go. Rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to England. Rolling home, we're gonna be. All right, one more verse. We got to say special thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. These are people who behind the scenes are supporting us financially, helping this show move forward, helping us as musicians move forward. And we're here because of them.
That's
I mean,
right.
we're here and our anonymous contributors. This is a
That's
real
right.
engine here. There's an economic engine here, and it's actually being driven by the goodwill of many wonderful people.
And you're here. It's a
And we actually-
community as
I
well.
want to give the impression that we have an abundance of many people, but we have a very core crew of people. And we need more support.
We're glad you're here.
Many thousand miles behind us, many thousand miles to go. The ocean lifts her waves to bring us to that well remembered shore. Rolling home, rolling home, rolling home across the sea. Rolling home to Martha's Vineyard.
Woo!
Rolling home, near God to be. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you all. We
Have a
love
great,
you.
safe week.
We love you near and far.
We hear the temperature's going to go down in the days ahead. But anyhow, we'll see you next Sunday.